Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Practical Islamic Finance. My name is Rakan Kayali. Many have asked me what qualifications I have that justify my commentary on Islamic finance. And while I like to focus on the strengths of the arguments I present, I think it's a fair question. So this video will be the answer to the question, who am I? I was born in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I don't remember much of it since we moved from Wisconsin when I was very young. We remained moving between Ohio, Michigan, and Iowa until I was 10 years old. And my parents took us back to Syria so that my siblings and I could learn Arabic, learn Islam, and establish roots in my country of origin. In Syria, I studied from 6th grade till freshman year of college, at which point I moved back to the United States to attend The Ohio State University. From there, I graduated with distinction in finance because of research I published at Ohio State on the topic of the viability of Islamic banking as a substitute for interest-based banking. I presented my research at the Denman Research Competition and won first place prize in my category. I also graduated with honors in computer science and engineering. I recently passed the CFA Level 1 examination and Series 65 Uniform Investment Advisor examination. After graduating in 2012, I continued to study Islamic finance. From my study, it became clear to me that modern Islamic finance has failed to embody the practicality of Islam. There is much too much emphasis on form and not enough on substance. There is too much emphasis on what should happen on paper rather than what actually happens in reality. So in 2015, I decided that it was time for me to vocalize what I thought were obvious errors and misstatements regarding what is and isn't Islamic. So I did, and in that year I started my blog Practical Islamic Finance, and towards the end of the year I started this YouTube channel. My methodology when addressing a certain topic uses a first principles approach, which means rather than starting with asking myself what others have said about a topic, I start with attempting to boil things down to their most fundamental truths, and then reason up from there. In Islam, the most fundamental truths regarding what is and isn't permissible can be found in the Quran and the authenticated sayings and life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So I always start my investigations with what the Quran and Sunnah had to say about the topic. After I do this, I inform my opinion by checking if there is consensus amongst Muslims on the topic. And lastly, I use reasoning by analogy. That is to say, is the thing I am dealing with similar, at least in spirit, with some other thing which one of the earlier three sources has already addressed? I started making these videos because I believe modern Islamic finance is in need of fundamental improvements. Customers should use Islamic financing products not only because they are Islamic, but also because they are better products. I hope to motivate improvements in the understanding and implementation of Islamic finance through explaining the principles that govern Islamic finance, encouraging critical interrogation of financing products that claim to be Islamic, and proposing new financial products that are both Islamic and useful to Muslims and non-Muslims alike. Please support this effort by subscribing to this channel, liking our videos, and sharing them with your friends. Thank you, and until next time, and as always, Assalamu alaikum and peace be upon you all.